Okay, back to the ZX12R thermostat cover. I had put two of them on order. 3 days later, I got an email stating that Parzilla does no longer have them. So apparently they weren't keeping track of what their stock was. So, was this? I think it's going on like 2 months now. So then I took it around to see if somebody could weld this, and in one spot they welded it pretty good, and in another spot it looked like shit. And basically he just gave it back to me and said, I can't get it to weld. I tried magnesium, aluminum, so on and so forth. I mean, it's clearly aluminum, but he tried different settings and stuff and it didn't work out. So, and then I've ground it down a bit because I need to try to seal it. I was going to try a low temperature welding rod. Well, apparently I can't get it hot enough for the low temperature welding rod to work. So I don't know if it's supposed to be welded with an arc or not. It says not to use an open flame, so I don't know. So this is what we're working with here. This was welded really well, and then as he went over here, it's like he started to blow through it or something, and it went all black. So like I've ground a lot of that off of here. He didn't even try to weld in here. I cut into this because now I got to try to bond it with something. And then on the inside here, I tried the low temperature rod in there was actually where I tried it. And he tried to weld in there too, but like completely missed the cutout. And then I've still got that too. You can really see the crack there. So that is the same as there. So that's for sure got to be dealt with one way or another. So I could try the low temperature rod, that didn't work. So now I'm stuck with the decision between these two. I'm kind of leaning more towards this because I'm thinking the adhesion will be stronger, but I don't know because this shit works really well too. I had gone to a shop earlier today that custom CNC stuff, and he said, you know, I'm not trying to be funny, but 20 years ago I used JB Weld to fix something almost identical to that, and it held forever. So he was telling me just to do JB Weld. I might just try the JB Weld because it needs to be completely bonded and stay there. So I got a little dilemma to work on here. I guess we're going to find out if it's going to hold or not. So there it is on the outside. And then I did it all the way around on the inside here so that it tries to have one great big bond rather than two small pieces that might chip off. So the only issue I have yet to deal with is while the first guy was trying to weld it, I have this right here is now warped. So, and the machinist that I was going to possibly make another one of these said it's probably about 5 or 10 thousandths. So I'm going to try to use a flat file because we kind of did that a little bit yesterday. Going to use a flat file and see if we can't flatten that out. I just know I can't take too much off because this O-ring has to seal. So I'm going to file it a little bit and see what happens. Okay, so I filed it and it looks alright. I think I filed it as much as I'm willing to file it again because I mean the O-ring still has the seal, and if you take the surface down too much, then the pressure of the O-ring will cause the ears to crack again. So we don't want that. So hopefully I can just stick this up in there and we're golden. I'm going to do a pressure check on the radiator and make sure that it's not leaking. But it might, I mean, the real test is what it looks like after it gets hot. You know, will it hold pressure or will it start leaking? We're going to find out. Okay, so this is essentially what I'm doing. Right, so this is that gear bar. Right, so I just have an extension in the end of this, and then it's turning it in there, right? This time I made sure, as you can see, there's no gap in the block. Let's see if I can focus that in. Yeah, there's no gap in the block over here. Or over here. So what I had to do was use a Phillips screwdriver, or not Phillips, what was I thinking? A flathead screwdriver, and keep kind of shoving it back into the engine. So at this point I just need to kind of tighten it up, put stuff back together, and then try and do a pressure check, make sure we're holding. Okay, here it is again. I've already tried to put it in once. Now it's back out. I had to file it again. It was still leaking. But this time I'm not 100% sure. Did the seal fall out? Did the rubber O-ring that I put in the side here, I don't know if it fell out while I was putting it in or not, but it was leaking out the bottom and I couldn't pull a vacuum on the coolant system. So hopefully it just needed to be filed some more, or the O-ring fell out. That'd be great if the O-ring fell out, but we'll find out here in a minute. I'm going to start trying to put it back in again.